Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming, and welcome back to the Pain and Sadness Simulator. I mean NASCAR Heat 2. Today we have a triple header again, and again at two different racetracks. We have Iowa at Trucks and Xfinity, and then the Cup Series is at Sonoma. So our first road course race of the season, which I'm sure is going to go fabulously. Let's just review the rivals because it's going to be a running joke as the season goes. Is can I get every single driver mad at me at this rate? That's all I got to work for. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20, 24. So that number has actually stayed pretty close to the same. Got Trevor Bain, level 4. But really, everybody from Truex on back is going to take some doing to get up to rival status. So I don't know how many more new people we're going to get. We do have Darrell Wallace Jr. as a rival in the Xfinity Series. Ross Chastain and Matt Tifft are level 4. Armstrong, Brown, and so on are level 3. And trucks, we are still good, level 2 for Ross Chastain, the newfound master of everything in this game. Except for the last race, I believe he struggled at. So I apologize for not having second video up last week and not having a stream last weekend. I was very sick this weekend, so I'm still recovering. So if I sound a little off, I apologize. But I'm mostly there. Still got a little stuffy nose, congested in the head, and all that. But let's go to Iowa and see what horrible things are going to befall us. Hopefully we can get used to the track and the truck first before we have to do it in the Xfinity Series. And then Sonoma's just going to be a whole bundle of fun. Let's head off to the track. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap in the truck at Iowa. Custom setup by HD Motorsports again. Yeah, this is not going to be the best lap because I'm not quite used to the setup. I might end up using the custom setup in the race because I feel like the Xfinity setup is going to be very similar. So I might want to get used to that. But let's see where we qualify first.
Alright,
28th. So yeah, we're going to use the custom setup here. I did mess up the lap, so it's not all on the setup, but I did mess up the lap. But let's head off to the race and see what we can do.
Okay, be smart out there.
Green is out. Pain and sadness will befall us soon. Well, maybe not in this series, but for sure the Cup Series.
Clear.
There's Ross Chastain. Guess he's not gonna be pulling off any miracles here at Iowa today. Guess it's just mile and a half that he's like suddenly really good at. Oh no, Clay Greenfield, I'm so sorry. I was rooting for you in the truck race, and now I've spun you out. It's so nice to have NASCAR back. It really is.
Hold your line.
It really is. You have no idea how much more purpose I have in life now that NASCAR's back. That sounds so bad, but I have much more purpose in life now. But yeah, be sure to check out my ATF weekly review if you want my opinions on the race. I used to do those in videos, but I usually leave things out, or I didn't plan things out. By the way, this is a slightly new paint scheme. This is the state of Pennsylvania being represented now. Pretty much the same colors as the state of Michigan, so I didn't change any of the colors. Again, it doesn't quite match the flag because the colors are fairly limited. So I apologize for those of you who are like, oh, that doesn't match the flag. How dare you? You're bringing shame to all Pennsylvanians. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I even enlisted the help of my non-colorblind family members, so blame them. Blame them. We might get up into the top 10 here before this stage is done, now that I've gotten semi-used to the setup. But Iowa, I've always been terrible at Iowa, so I'm kind of glad I decided to use the custom setup. Because Iowa is just a pain and thorn in my side in this game. I love the track in real life, but in this game it's just usually terrible. Oh god, my finger slipped off the trigger. Well, we're not going to get stage points,
Caution's out. Back her down.
unfortunately, but we made it pretty darn close. See what the fuel mileage strategy is. That was a 6-lap stage. We can make it to the end, can't we? Oh, no, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We could have made it to the end there, but I want it to be a fun race. I don't want to win this race by 5 laps.
Green flag.
Well, I guarantee we could have made it. Guaranteed. But I'm going to be careful. Oh, look, there's the guy who doesn't know how to drive a restrictor plate car named Austin Cindric.
Easy. Hold your line. Stay on the line.
Turn,
Good there.
thank you. But I just assume everybody will be pitting at the end of this stage instead. We could have made it, but I was like, I really don't want to win this thing by a country mile, even though they would have pit under caution anyway. So I wouldn't have lapped the field, but I would have been in the lead, and that probably would have led to a good restart. Who was that leading this race? Who is that? Is that Ryan Truex, maybe?
Hold your line.
I don't know who that is.
Keep it right there.
Must be Ryan Truex, or it's a DLC scheme that I don't recognize. Oh god, we're 3 wide at Iowa.
Clear high. Clear low.
Yes, that is Ryan Truex.
Car low.
I gotta get one of those Go Ryan shirts. I might end up getting one at Bristol, maybe. I gotta save up my money for all the merchandise that I'm gonna be purchasing at Bristol. Alright, so we're not winning this race by a country mile. We're being competitive, but we're not winning. We're not running away with this. Holy crap, the setup pulls to the left.
Car high.
Probably why it turns so good. JJ Alien second, so good for him.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
That's the halfway mark. 2 laps to go on the stage. Probably not going to be able to make up any more spots if I had to guess. But I will give it my all. I also need to apologize for any audio issues that happened last week. My Elgato software decided that it was going to, instead of like slowly fading out the background audio when I wasn't talking, it was like every millisecond that I'm not talking, the game audio is going to be at full blast. So I turned that off. So if the game audio is really quiet, I apologize. But I think it'll be fine. I'm just being cautious, so if it is quiet, I apologize. Stage 2's over. If it is too quiet, I might put some music in the background or something to occupy the space. We finished 3rd. Everybody's pitting. We're going to do 4 tires, full load of fuel. And drop 18 spots. I had to do 4 tires. Those tires were wearing super quick. Oh no, Jennifer Joe. I hope she's doing well after her hard hit in the Truck Series race this week. I felt bad for her. That was not her fault. And it looked like her truck broke on her, honestly, because it didn't slow down at all. Once it was heading towards the wall, it kept going. It didn't turn or it didn't slow down at all. So I don't know if something broke or she just forgot how to drive a car or what, but I hope she's doing well. She said she had a bunch of bruises. It was a hard hit, so hope she's doing well. One truck that I didn't see this weekend at the Truck Series race was this 92, Ricky Benton.
Stay
Because
low.
they were fielding the
Hold
Cup
your
car for
line.
David Gill, and I guess they decided not to
Carlo.
do the Truck Series race, which was quite peculiar, if I
Top
do
is
say so
clear.
myself, especially if that Cup race was just a one-off. I don't know why you would stop your whole truck program when you have a chance to maybe make the
Careful.
playoffs if you do well for that, but then again, they did only run a part-time schedule last year, so maybe that's the plan again this
Hold
year, I
your
don't know.
line. All clear.
David Gill had made it pretty well unhurt during the 500. He did wreck the car in the duels, however, so I don't know how soon they'll be getting back to the track in the Cup Series. But he did make it pretty unhurt in the 500 itself. All right, we made it back up to the top 6. Um, Again, I think we're gonna be hard pressed to win
5
this
laps to
race,
go.
but I think we can get a top 5 for sure and just be competitive.
Stay right there.
I have a feeling the Xfinity race is going to be a similar story, because usually the setups are pretty similar.
Car high. Clear. Car inside.
But I have no idea what Sonoma's going to be like, because I have never tried a custom setup at a road course yet. So I don't know what it's going to be like. My hope is that the custom setup will help me like just lead the race, the entire race, so maybe I can die down some of the rivalries. That's what I was hoping for when I started using custom setups to begin with, was that I would be up front more, and then the guys in the back, the rivalries would die down, but that just hasn't been the case. I just need to qualify better is the main culprit of why we have that issue. Which means I probably should practice more with these custom setups. Oh, I'm sorry, Yaley. Is he gonna save it? I'm not sure.
Almost there. 2 left.
2 laps to go. Let's see if we can maybe get 4th place out of this. Get past Stuart Friesen. Tough luck for Friesen this weekend. He got in a wreck. He was doing relatively well. Not great, but relatively well.
Stay right there.
I have high hopes for him this season, being better than last year. Maybe he can pull out a win at Eldora.
Just 1 more lap to go.
White Flag is out, sponsored by the state of Pennsylvania. I keep saying I'm going to look up facts about these states, but then I don't, and I probably never will. So I apologize. Let's do a win. There's a good fight between Grant Enfinger and Christopher Bell up front. Looks like Enfinger's going to pull it off, though. Yep, looks like Enfinger won. We finished 4th. Good effort considering this is one of my least favorite tracks of all time in this game. 105 speed rating. Enfinger in 2x1 stages. See if everybody finished the race. Looks like it. Ross Chastain in last again, so I guess the AIs tried to level him out after having such a good few races. Because I think last week he was struggling too. Where were we? Bristol last week or something? I don't remember. No, we were at Michigan. No, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've recorded this. We're still on the points lead, excuse me. That was Enfinger's first win, so for the most part, that'll lock him into the chase. But I will see you at the track for qualifying in the Xfinity car. Alright, here we are for qualifying in the Xfinity car at Iowa, again using custom setups by HD Motorsports. This new paint scheme is based off of the state flag of Kentucky. Kentucky finished 2nd in the state rewards program for January, so congratulations, that's a new state on the list. Pennsylvania we've done before, and then the Cup Series scheme is going to stay the exact same.
Alright, let's see where we place.
Still a pretty terrible qualifying effort, so we're gonna have to work from the back here. Let's see who's on the pole. Wayne Jones on the pole, good for him. But let's head off to the race.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. The race is going green. There's the green flag. Car inside.
Alrighty. Now remember, we do have a rival in uh, Bubba Wallace. Speaking of which, congratulations on a successful race weekend for him at Daytona in the Cup Series. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does this year. He is in the new Chevy body, so he might have more success than people might think. And of course, we're right next to him. Oh, how am I still here? Okay, wall glitch, wall glitch.
Car outside.
Alright.
Clear
I
hot.
was wondering, because that... Oh, no. Come on.
Caution is out.
Thank you for finally throwing the caution game. We'll pit for repairs, and that might actually help us a little bit in the fuel mileage game. Yeah, that was just me getting on the apron at Iowa. If you get too low, that's going to happen. Poor Ben Kennedy got caught up in that, too. The new Truck Series general manager or whatever it is. I'm glad to see some younger guys getting in the sport, in the administration level. And former drivers as well, so that's beneficial, I think, for the sport. Because there's not a lot of former drivers in the administration ranks. So looking forward to seeing him maybe work his way up through the ranks. Maybe get opportunity to be one of the top dogs at some point. What is this scheme? I've never seen this scheme before. A Bit O Honey 60. I don't know if that was the scheme Majeski actually ran, or if somebody else ran that, or what. Well, that's the end of stage 1. I wish I had maybe gotten 2 more seconds, because I was going to pass Bossiga and Logano there. Alright. No tires. Half a can of fuel. Alright. Guess the game wasn't interested in giving us an advantage there. We are good on fuel, I'm going to assume. Thanks a lot, game.
Carlo.
I knew this was going to be a tough race, but I was hoping maybe the game would play along here. I don't know why I would think that. Getting into Logano here.
Hold your line.
Alright, somehow managed to make that work. Don't really know how. Not gonna question it. Joey Gase pinched me though, and I got wall glitched again.
Carlo.
Why does every NASCAR game have to have a wall glitch of some sort? Why can't it just be, normal or whatever? But see, this is kind of what happened at Michigan. Is I'm super fast and I have to use the outside aggressively, and then when we get into the trioval, they just pinch me, and then all hell breaks loose.
Low, low.
I divert the throttle there.
Clear low.
Don't get in the wall. Okay, get into the wall. That's fine. Just stay here. Okay, why is everybody pinching me up here?
Stay on the top. Stay right there.
I don't want to be here. Don't want to be here. We'll let Clements go for now because we're just going to, hit the wall for good measure and then hopefully pass him here before he pinches us into the wall in the trioval.
You're getting faster out there.
Armstrong blocks us. That's fine. And then we were just stuck to the wall. I was turning straight left and we were just stuck. So Iowa's definitely got some wall glitch issues here.
Still there.
Well, we're moving our way forward. Probably not to get into stage point territory for this stage, but we are moving our way forward.
20 laps to go. Car underneath.
But yeah, I'm really liking the way that my little weekly review podcast series has gone so far. Obviously, the one that came up yesterday is going to be one of the longest ones of the season because there were 5 races worth of content with the 2 duels,
Keep it
truck,
right there.
Xfinity, and Cup. So they will not be that long on normal occasions. I promise, unless if there's an extremely controversial topic to talk
Stay on the
about,
top. Careful.
which there really wasn't too controversial of a topic for me to talk about this week.
Yellow's out.
There was just a lot of content to cover. But 13th in stage 2, yeah, people still have to pit apparently, so not everybody pitted. Interesting. So we'll gain a bunch of positions here up to 6th. I assume everybody else is going to be good. We only took half a can of fuel and we're good, so I don't know why, if everybody pitted that last time, why people are pitting again, but
Carlo.
this game and pit strategy never usually makes sense anyway. Makes about as much sense as Larry McReynolds does on the Fox Sports coverage every week. I love Larry Mack, and I wish he was still on the main broadcasting crew. But sometimes he makes some very interesting claims. He always brings a little bit of comedy too. So I wasn't expecting Custer to spin out because of that. We might be able to win this race. I can't believe I'm saying that, because I don't think I've ever won a race at Iowa. Alright, we haven't made the low line work much today, but we're going to have to try here.
Stay low. Easy. Hold your line. Clear low.
Alright, we surprisingly made a pass for the lead here. Let's see if we can pull away a little bit. Maybe we can shave some time off this episode, because I have a feeling Sonoma is going to be very long. But hopefully
That was a great lap.
we'll get back to the 2018 championship mode this weekend. Like I said, I was extremely sick this weekend. Otherwise, I would have gladly done a stream. When I was extremely sick, I also missed a day of work, so I had to go into work over the weekend and make up for the lost time.
10 laps to go.
10 laps to go. Again, I apologize if any of people living in Kentucky are extremely offended by my lack of color taste. Again, blame the non-color blind family member who assisted me. But this one was a lot closer than the Pennsylvania one. I will give this the benefit of the doubt there. Why do all of the flags in this country seem to have a very similar paint scheme, except for Washington, which had a very unique color to it? I kind of missed that paint scheme. That was a unique paint scheme. It had the lightning bolts going on the side and all that. We have not been able to pull away from Ty Dillon, and that's definitely not going to help. But let's see if we can win this race. I'm struggling a bit now. I don't know if tires are wearing. Oh, yeah, right front. Dear Lord. Hope that doesn't blow. That very well might. That's the problem with these custom setups is tire wear usually takes a back seat to grip and overall controllability. Probably should have taken right side tires on that pit stop, but oh well.
Easy. Hold your line.
It looks like it's gonna be us and Ty Dillon
Stay
fighting
right there.
hard here. I'm gonna hit the wall here, however. Backed out, so he tried to pull a crossover, but didn't. Yeah, we're just not able to hold this lead, and now Almirola has worked his way into the equation.
5 laps to
Tough
go.
break for Almirola in both the Xfinity and the Cup Series races. I thought he was in prime position to win. I had him on my fantasy roster, so fortunately didn't quite pan out. My fantasy roster did not do too hot at Daytona, unfortunately. Oh god, yeah, this tire is really causing issues now. I'm really worried we might blow a tire here, which I've never done in this game. Brandon Jones just had a bit of a episode there. Who's that? Harrison Rhodes behind? Yep. Alright, and they're both going to go here because I can't turn. Well, so we've gone from winning to fighting for a top 5 here in the span of about 2 laps. Because this tire is just absolutely shot right now, and I still got 3 laps to go. Guess I was really a little bit too aggressive on the start. Because, yeah, this right front tire is not going to last much longer. I've never had tire wear that low in my life. Alright, let's see if we can keep a 6th place finish. And we got Darrell Wallace, our one and only rival in the series, coming up as well. So we might just let him... Well, I don't have a choice because I pushed too much.
Just one more lap to go.
White Flag is not sponsored by the state of Kentucky. All I know about Kentucky is the 2 senators, Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell. Turn, Kyle! Oh my god, can we please keep a top 10, maybe? No, that's not even going to be possible because I can't turn. Oh, Lord in heaven. What a turn of events. 13th. We were fighting for the win, but I guess I was just too hard on the tires. Never had that happen before like that. But Iowa is a track that eats up tires, so 13th it is, not our best effort. Sadler won a stage, ended up finishing 14th, must have been caught on a bad pit strategy. Brennan Poole and Jeremy Clements did not finish the race on the lead lap, and Ty Dillon did win over Almirola and Jones. You get some money as usual. Not much, however, but it's money nonetheless. Man, I wish that was my real-life bank account. So we're 3rd in the standings. I actually do think that might be an improvement. I'm not sure. We got 6 wins, so we're obviously firmly locked into the chase. That was Dylan's 2nd win, so good for him. Let's head off to Sonoma for the Cup car in qualifying. Oh, we gotta select a new incentive contract for the Cup Series. Let's see, so Sonoma, Daytona, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and Indianapolis. Those all sound absolutely terrible. So we're just gonna go with the easy one. Off to Sonoma. Alright, qualifying at Sonoma. This is take 2 because take 1 was absolutely terrible. We are without a custom setup here. HD did not make custom setups for road courses, which is understandable, I guess. So we're all on our own here, and considering my history at this track, that's not good at all. But let's see what we can do. One concern I do have is I had to adjust my sensitivity because of the Charlotte Roval, and I don't think I changed it back. So we might. This feels very foreign to me, partially because I haven't raced this track in forever, and partially because I think I still have the sensitivity messed up for either A, the Charlotte Roval, or B, my new steering wheel, because I just can't brake fast enough at certain points here. Luckily I managed to do that well, but now we're spinning the tires off that corner. Let's see what we can get out of this.
All right, let's see where we're
33rd. Great. Great. This is gonna be fun. I'll turn it over to PRN.
NASCAR. NASCAR returns to the Golden State for the Toyota Save Mart 350 on PRN. Today, Sonoma Raceway will host the first of 2 road course events on the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series schedule. We're all set to go 110 laps through the heart of wine country. But this twisting 12-turn, 1.99-mile layout will be anything but relaxing for these drivers. The pace car is coming down to pit road. It's time to go racing.
All right, here comes the pain and sadness that I talked about for half of the episode. We do need to get on the outside of this turn if we're going to have any hope of doing decently well at this track.
Clear.
We'll try to get underneath. Okay, Austin Dillon certainly didn't care there. Just like I didn't care about his Daytona 500 win. Well, there's the end of stage 1 already. Dang it. Don't pit, but we did make it from 33rd to 18th in the span of 2 corners. So, I mean,
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Okay.
progress, and I assume we're going to have an equally decent turnout on this restart. Oh, don't hit the wall here. That's not going to help your cause.
Car left.
Alright. Almost to the top 10 now.
Car right.
So we've gotten ahead of the majority of the people who want to run us off the face of the earth. So that's progress. Outside gets backed up for this corner as well.
Car right.
Oh, spun out Harvick. That's going to be a caution.
Car left. Caution. Caution.
I should have
Caution.
turned
Watch
strict
for the
yellows
green.
off. Oh well. We did get a 9th place. I don't know how Harvick ended up finishing ahead of us, since he was in the grass being spun out, but that's fine. We're pitting, just in case. No, well, we're the only one that's pitting, so we might as well do everything. I have a feeling everybody else can make it, though. I just don't know what the AI fuel tanks are going to be like. We were 2 laps short,
There's the green flag.
so I don't know what the AI is going to be like.
Clear left.
We have had similar issues like this here in the past. So, oh god.
Clear all
but-
around.
I can make a safe assumption that there's probably going to be another caution.
Yellow's out.
And there's the other caution. And there is a decent amount of people pitting. Hey, Matthew Benedetto's up here with us. And Danica Patrick. 2 people who want to run me off the face of the earth, but also 2 people who I want to see succeed in life.
Car right.
Danica's not going to let me get over
Clear,
there.
clear. Car left.
But, alright, don't get in the grass. That's gonna kill you, Aaron. We might be able to win this race, guys. Okay, well, Chase Elliott's gonna try to run us off the face of the earth. And Matt Kenseth is also a rival. So, we're screwed. Spin out, please. Thank you. Caution, please. Thank you. Well, this is going to be the shortest race of the year.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Going green.
But yeah, the one time we do get up front, it has to be with a bunch of guys who want to run us off the face of the earth. So I'm not thrilled about that. I don't think Logano is one of those people, but for sure Chase and Matt Kenseth are, as demonstrated by that horrible display of driving.
Clear right. Car left.
And of course, Landon Castle and every single person who runs in the back is also mad at me. So
Car right.
we got our work cut out for us here. We're going to kind of use Chase as a battery ram there. That's going to be a wreck behind, unfortunately.
The yellow's out.
Yep, there's the yellow. Not pitting. We are in 3rd. We might be able to make this work. Unfortunately, Castle probably going to be running us off the track going into turn 1.
They're about to throw the green. There's the green flag. Car right.
And Kenseth also is not somebody who's super friendly with us.
You're all
But
clear.
if I can maybe get 3 wide here. Okay, no, can this just go block? So,
Caution is out.
okay, there's another caution. Overtime again. I tweeted this on the Xfinity race, so if you don't follow my Twitter, I occasionally live tweet the races. Link is in the description of my video. But I tweeted about this, and I was comparing the end of the Xfinity race to me attempting to have as many overtimes as possible so everybody would run out of fuel. And we might have a similar situation here. Alright, so we're second. I do think we might have a shot at this. As long as I don't get called for corner cutting there. Logano saves it. If we can get to the white flag, we're going to be in good shape. Chances of us getting to the white flag are very slim, but since we don't have any cars to take out, that's actually, the chances are probably a lot greater than they usually are. Just don't get a course penalty. This corner is deceptively bad for me for some reason. I never had to brake there in the EA games, but I do here. And then this corner, I absolutely despise. And Logano's here. But we got a huge run off the corner. Just make it to the white flag, Aaron. That's all I ask. And hopefully we can not have any glitches that will cause the yellow to come out. And hopefully we don't screw this up, so I'm going to be very cautious here. Luckily, I don't think Logano's a rival, so if he does get up to me, he's not going to try to wreck me immediately. Unless if I'm very stupid. But this is obviously exceeding all expectations. Do not go in the grass here, and you will be signing your death wish right there if you go on the grass here. So just be careful through the S's. Don't be too aggressive. Just make it through. Don't get a course penalty. Be super cautious going into this last couple corners. Logano is catching. So he might try to make an aggressive move here. Just gotta be careful. Don't spin the tires too much coming off the corner. And we are going to win at Sonoma.
Great job. You did it.
Okay, wasn't really expecting that, but can't complain. Crap speed rating, but we did wreck our way up here. Obviously, we didn't give any skill points, stage points. Kind of a messed up running order. We got Danica Patrick, Benedetto, Castle in the top 10. Busher, Hill, Gase, Kennington all in the top 20. So, a good race for the underdog. Good race for the underdog. That's going to be a win. That'll get us over the $29 million mark. That'll help us in the points. That's our 6th win. We really won 6 races? Wow. My mind has just been so impaired by the fact that we've had so many awful races recently. I forgot how successful we actually have been in this series. So that's our 6th win, apparently. Here we are in victory lane. That's another win for the Happy Dog in spirit, of course. Let's get out of the car here before we sign off. There we are. Our hair is turning blonde for some reason. Well, let's head back to the menu. Alright, so we have a doubleheader at Daytona. So that ends the streak of triple headers that we've had. We've had like 4 straight triple headers, I think. So doubleheader at Daytona. Probably going to be a mess in the Cup Series unless if we have an astonishing qualifying effort. I have not tried one of these custom setups at a restrictor plate track yet, so we might have a decent qualifying effort, but let's just reserve all judgment until we get to the track. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.